Seniors, one morning habit to slash stroke risk by 50%. Senior health. It may sound frightening, but here's the truth. The most dangerous time of day for your brain is the first 30 minutes after you wake up. That quiet stretch, when you're still rubbing the sleep from your eyes, can silently set the stage for a serious, life-altering stroke. And the scariest part is, most people over the age of 60 have absolutely no idea. You might be doing everything right, taking your medications, eating relatively healthy, staying active, but still unknowingly walking straight into danger simply because of what you do or don't do first thing in the morning. The good news? This risk isn't written in stone. In fact, research shows that by making just a few small changes to your morning routine, you could lower your stroke risk by up to 50%. That's a huge number. So let me ask you, have you ever felt dizzy or foggy the moment you got out of bed? Do you rush straight to the kitchen for coffee before doing anything else? Or have you ever forgotten to take your blood pressure medication until midday? If any of that sounds familiar, this message is for you. And if you truly care about staying sharp, independent, and full of energy well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond, then stay with me. We're about to explore 8 essential morning habits that every older adult should know. They're simple, natural, and backed by real science. As you follow along, feel free to share in the comments how many of these habits you already practice and which ones you think you might need to improve.
Part 1. The most dangerous time of day, and you don't even know it. It may sound alarming, but this is a medical truth few people ever talk about. The time of day when a stroke is most likely to occur is not when you're under the most stress, nor when you're physically overexerting yourself. It's actually the first 30 minutes after you wake up. In those quiet, seemingly harmless moments, when you're rubbing your eyes, pulling off the covers, and slowly getting out of bed, your brain is at its most vulnerable state. Your circulatory system hasn't fully restarted yet. After several hours of fluid loss during sleep, your blood may still be thicker than normal, and blood pressure tends to spike abruptly. For people under 40, the body usually adjusts quickly, but for individuals over 60, especially those living with hypertension, diabetes, or cardiovascular disease, this short window becomes an extremely fragile time. The problem is, many seniors don't know this. They may be doing everything right, taking their medications regularly, eating a balanced diet, staying active. Yet, because of a few seemingly minor actions, or inactions in the first few minutes of the morning, they unknowingly put themselves at serious risk. The good news? This risk is entirely manageable. Research has shown that by simply adjusting a few basic morning habits, you can reduce your risk of stroke by up to 50%. That's a number significant enough for anyone to take seriously. In the following sections, we'll explore 8 science-backed morning habits that can help protect your brain, support healthy circulation, and help you stay mentally sharp and independent every day. The best part? You don't need to overhaul your entire lifestyle. Just start with the first few minutes after you wake up.
Part 2. Drink a glass of water. A simple act that could save your life. Right after waking up, the very first thing you should do isn't making coffee, checking your phone, or turning on the TV. It's drinking a glass of room temperature water. It may seem basic, but for adults over 60, this is one of the most important steps you can take to activate your circulatory system and reduce your risk of a morning stroke. After 7 to 8 hours of sleep, your body becomes mildly dehydrated. Your blood gets thicker and flows more sluggishly, ideal conditions for clot formation, which could trigger a stroke if that clot travels to the brain. Just one glass of warm water, about 250 to 300 milliliters, can help thin the blood, promote circulation, and support cardiovascular function from the very start of your day. If you take blood pressure or heart medications in the morning, drinking water beforehand also helps those medications absorb more effectively. A simple tip: keep a glass of water on your nightstand so it's within reach the moment you open your eyes. This tiny habit takes less than 30 seconds, yet it may be one of the most important things you do each day to protect your brain. Part 5.
Light morning walk. Jumpstart circulation and boost oxygen to the brain. After a full night's sleep, your body's blood circulation slows down. If you continue to remain seated after waking up, blood may struggle to reach the brain efficiently, increasing the risk of dizziness, lightheadedness, or worse, a stroke. However, just 10 to 15 minutes of light walking in the morning can significantly enhance blood flow, deliver oxygen to the brain consistently, and naturally awaken your circulatory system. You don't need to go to the park or walk briskly. A few laps around the house, stepping out onto the porch, or walking slowly back and forth indoors is enough to prevent blood pooling and promote vascular health. Morning sunlight also helps regulate your sleep-wake cycle, lifts your mood, and supports cognitive function. For adults over 60, this is a simple, safe, and effective way to begin the day, cost-free, low effort, yet incredibly powerful in supporting long-term brain and heart health.
Part 4. Eat the right breakfast. Avoid salty foods that harm blood vessels. Many people believe a healthy breakfast simply means eating until they're full. But for older adults, what you eat matters far more than how much. After a long night of sleep, your body is mildly dehydrated, blood vessels tend to constrict, and blood pressure becomes more prone to spiking. If your breakfast is high in sodium, such as toast with cheese, packaged cereals, pickled vegetables, or deli meats, your risk of a sudden blood pressure surge or even stroke increases significantly. Instead, choose low-sodium, nutrient-rich options like oatmeal, boiled eggs with vegetables, or a banana spinach smoothie. Natural herbs like turmeric, cinnamon, or ginger can be used to add flavor without relying on salt. And remember, just one salty breakfast can push you over the American Heart Association's recommended daily sodium limit of 1,500 milligrams. Keeping your breakfast light and balanced is a simple yet powerful way to protect your brain and circulation from the very start of your day.
Part 5. Light morning walk. Jumpstart circulation and boost oxygen to the brain. After a full night's sleep, your body's blood circulation slows down. If you continue to remain seated after waking up, blood may struggle to reach the brain efficiently, increasing the risk of dizziness, lightheadedness, or worse, a stroke. However, just 10 to 15 minutes of light walking in the morning can significantly enhance blood flow, deliver oxygen to the brain consistently, and naturally awaken your circulatory system. You don't need to go to the park or walk briskly. A few laps around the house, stepping out onto the porch, or walking slowly back and forth indoors is enough to prevent blood pooling and promote vascular health. Morning sunlight also helps regulate your sleep-wake cycle, lifts your mood, and supports cognitive function. For adults over 60, this is a simple, safe, and effective way to begin the day, cost-free, low effort, yet incredibly powerful in supporting long-term brain and heart health.
Part 6. Neck and shoulder stretching. Free the arteries, prevent brain ischemia. Have you ever woken up with a stiff neck, heavy shoulders, or mild dizziness? This isn't just ordinary muscle soreness. When your neck and shoulders are tense, the arteries responsible for carrying blood to your brain may become compressed, reducing cerebral circulation and increasing the risk of vertebro-basilar insufficiency, a lesser-known but dangerous type of stroke. A few simple stretches each morning, such as slow, circular neck rolls, gentle shoulder shrugs, and forward-backward shoulder rotations, can help release tension in the neck area, improve blood flow, and lower your risk of imbalance or fainting. You don't need any equipment or strenuous exercise. Just 3 minutes each morning can make a noticeable difference. Many older adults report feeling more alert, less foggy, and more flexible after incorporating this small habit into their morning routine.
Part 7. Blood pressure monitoring is the easiest way to detect hidden risks. There's a reason why high blood pressure is often called the silent killer. Many seniors experience no symptoms at all,
until a stroke occurs. Fortunately, this risk can be prevented with one simple daily habit: checking your blood pressure each morning. The first hour after waking is typically when blood pressure peaks. If you can detect a sudden rise early, you'll have time to take action, whether by adjusting your diet, increasing movement, or notifying your doctor if needed. A standard upper arm home blood pressure monitor is all you need. The process takes just 1 minute, but provides invaluable insight into your health. Record your readings in a notebook or phone app to track patterns over time. Keeping a consistent morning BP check not only empowers you to manage your condition, but also helps your doctor fine-tune your medications and lifestyle advice more accurately. There's no need to check multiple times per day. Once each morning is enough. And if you're on blood pressure medication, this habit becomes the most effective way to ensure your treatment is working as intended. For adults over 60, it's a simple yet essential practice for long-term brain protection.
Part 8. Magnesium and potassium, essential morning nutrients for stroke prevention. Morning is the time when your blood vessels are most sensitive. After several hours of sleep, your body may become imbalanced in key minerals, especially potassium and magnesium, two vital nutrients that help regulate blood pressure and support healthy circulation. When these minerals are deficient, your arteries tend to constrict, increasing your risk of elevated blood pressure and a silent stroke. The good news is, you don't need supplements to restore this balance. A potassium and magnesium-rich breakfast can be achieved entirely through natural foods. Bananas, avocados, spinach, pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, oats, and plain yogurt are all simple, heart-healthy options. You can blend a smoothie with banana and leafy greens, sprinkle seeds over oatmeal, or pair half an avocado with whole grain toast. With just a few small adjustments, you're giving your body the tools it needs to keep blood pressure stable and circulation strong throughout the day. Remember, this isn't a restrictive diet. It's a smart way to nourish your brain and heart right from your first meal.
Part 9. Taking blood pressure medication on time. A small habit with big impact. If you're on blood pressure medication, taking it on time each morning could be the single most important habit for stroke prevention. Even a delay of just a few hours can lead to a dangerous spike in blood pressure, often without any warning. For people over 60, morning blood pressure fluctuations are common, and the majority of strokes occur during this time window. That's why medication should never be an afterthought. Make it a non-negotiable part of your morning routine. Place your pills beside a glass of water on your nightstand, use a daily pill organizer, or set a reminder on your phone. These simple tools help ensure consistency without relying on memory. And never skip your medication just because you feel fine. That feeling may be the very result of your medication working properly. This tiny habit, which takes only seconds, can help you stay clear-minded, independent, and protected from serious complications. Never underestimate the power of consistency.